Hey guys, it's Monday and it's Christmas. It's Merry Christmas, and I'm back again, and I'm gonna be talking about astrology and love languages, but not together, like separately. Okay, so what I specifically want to talk about with astrology is some things I've noticed, right? About like which sign, what is each sign's sweet spot. What I mean by that is like, what sign do they love the most? And like, what signs do I see get attached to other types of signs the most? And then with the love languages, I'm going to talk about how some people try to force their love language, and they know that's not their love language, but they like impose it onto themselves, like, oh yeah, this is my love language, when it's not. Like, you have, and no, see, I'm getting into it too quickly. First, let's get to the first part, astrology. Okay, so let me get my notes. Okay, so tell me a Pisces you know that isn't obsessed with an Aquarius. Exactly. I don't know what it is. I always see a Pisces somewhere like obsessed with an Aquarius. Okay, you can look all in social media. You can look close to you, your friends. There's always a Pisces that loves an Aquarius. An example, Krishan and Blueface. I hate to use that example, but I mean, it's right there. And then there was this poet. Her name was like Vita something, and then she would like send letters to this girl who would then also send letters to her. It was like in the 1800s or something, or 1900s, I don't know. It was a long time ago when they were doing all that poetry shit. And one of the girls is a Pisces and the other girl's an Aquarius. And then, you know, I'm into K-pop, as you probably don't know, but from my other video I was talking about K-pop. But so there's this group I like, and I'm not gonna say because I don't know, I don't wanna. Anyway, there's a Pisces in there, and he loves the Aquarius member. Anyway, moving on. Another sweet spot. Okay, I think Libras. Ooh, this is a good one. Libras, they love Scorpios. Like, I once heard from a long time ago, like, a Libra is always gonna get attached to a brooding Scorpio. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so true. Because, like, okay, on YouTube, I have, like, these YouTubers that I watch, right? Like, 2 YouTubers that I watch. And one is a Scorpio, one is a Libra pair. And they're very close. And you can tell, like, the Libra adores the Scorpio. And then I have another channel on YouTube that I watch. And the Libra, they're married, this pair, the Libra loves the Scorpio. And then in real life, I had a Libra friend who was like obsessive over like our Scorpio friend. So it's like, I see it keep happening. And I read like a long time ago, like back in high school or something, somebody was like on Tumblr or something, somebody was like, a Libra moons have a sweet spot for Scorpio moons. And I'm a Scorpio moon, and my best friend at that time was a Libra moon. And you know, yeah, it's true. It is true. Okay, another pair. Now I feel like Libra, Scorpio, and Pisces and Aquarius are the 2 most definite, like, oh yeah, these people, they definitely have a sweet spot for each other. The other ones that I'm about to say is like, you know. But the 3rd pair is Leo and Taurus. I think Leo and Taurus, they always have some weird tension between them. It's always some like you could, like, you know, there's some tension between them. And I don't even want to talk about my real life examples, so I'm gonna just you know, skip over that one. But I do see Tauruses always be super attached to Leos. And actually, Virgos are usually really attached to Leos as well. But that's another thing. What else? Cancer and Gemini. This one is a little effy. Because, like, I feel like Cancers get attached to Aquariuses and Geminis, but I chose Gemini because maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, probably not. Because like Gemini, I feel like Geminis, they get attached to, who do they get attached to? Hold on, I'm thinking. All I can think about is Sagittarius. And like, hold on. Yeah, maybe other air signs. Yeah, so I don't see that pair. But the other ones, definitely. Who do I think Sagittarius' sweet spot is? I think it would definitely have to be like, probably like Pisces or Virgo. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, I'm moving on. I'm moving on to the next topic. The next topic, that's love language. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was about. Okay, we're back to the, we're back. We never went anywhere, but we're back. And the next topic is love languages. Okay, so tell me why somebody was like, my love language is touch, physical affection. I'm a very affectionate person, but I cringe every time somebody like hugs me or touches me. Sweetheart, that's not your love language then. If you hate that, then that's not for you. Like you could go with gifts, you could go with words, you can go with, you know, all the other ones. Why do you want to be physical, affect, touch so bad? The love language is something that comes naturally from you. It's how you naturally express love. It's not something you force. Like, it's like how you naturally feel you want to give love, how you naturally make what naturally makes you feel loved. So I don't know why. Yeah, people need to take the test or something, because it don't make any sense. And it's like, yeah. I'm gonna go on to another topic. Even though I said it was only gonna be astrology and love language, I need to talk about something else, because what else is there to say? Hold on. I'm scatterbrained. I forget things like in 2 seconds, so I keep a list of shit to talk about, because if I come on here with nothing to talk about, I'm literally gonna seem dumb. But anyway. Ooh, I'm gonna talk about, maybe, should I go with this topic or that topic? I'm gonna talk about, okay, so I feel like social media, hold on, what did I write? Yeah, I feel like the fact that social media gives us so much access to so much different people is literally like brain damage, because it's like something that I read a long time ago that really changed how I thought about social media is somebody said, we're not supposed to know all these people exist and have all these opinions of these people. We're not supposed to know all this. It's like, oh my gosh, you're right. Because sometimes I imagine myself in a time with not a lot of social media. Oh God, let me change this. It's because it's like, knowing all this information is a little bit, it is much. At first I was like, no, the internet, you know, we need all this information. We need to know all these opinions and different things. It's like, and it's like, no, we don't. So back to what I was saying. Sometimes like I imagine myself in a time when it's not a lot of, you know, social media, and it's like, it's simpler, obviously, but like I don't have to, I never even knew how some people think to begin with, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like since, you know, we've had exposure to the internet, we've learned about things and just how fucked up some people can be, you know? And it's like, damn, if I never knew this, I would be a way better person. I would be a way happier person. Like, I don't need to know some things, you know? Like, ignorance really is bliss sometimes. When you're on the internet, you just see, I mean, you could you know, try to be on the good part as much as you want. You're still gonna run into like people who just have very depraved mindsets, and then you run into people who, you know, they have their racism, you know, just stuff like that. And you're like, damn, I would have never known you thought this way if I hadn't read this shit on your Twitter or something. You know what I mean? Because it's like, there's a reason why people who don't really do social media are so peaceful. And it's like, cause you know, they don't got all that shit in their mind. The solution can be just stop going on to social media. Like, oh yeah, I definitely plan to do that, but like, I feel like the damage has been done. Like, I grew up in the social media, you know, era. You know what I mean. I'm 22, and the internet has been around my whole life. You know, I think the first iPhone that came out was like, I was young. I was really, really young when the first, actually, I think it probably came out. I have no idea. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, literally my whole life has been just, you know, in the time when the internet came around. And so I've already seen too much by the time I was like probably 12, because there's just easy access to places, to the internet these days and back then. Just look at, you know, the people who end up doing, like, finding, you know, the weird part of the internet and then getting deep into it and then like committing a crime, you know, that is just for people who they already have a certain type of mindset, and so they find a group of people who are just like them, and instead of, you know, them getting better because of that, they end up getting worse. Like, for example, eating Twitter, or, you know, stuff like that, which is like eating disorder, Twitter. And just, the internet is like a perfect place for like weirdos of the world to gather up. And I remember, like, where would I hear that at? Like, you know how you watch a true crime documentary and they talk about like a couple that kills people together or something like that, and then you're just watching it and you're like, how did these two crazy people get together? Like, how did they, like, what are the chances that these two fucked up people were able to get together and like find each other? Like, you wonder that. But like, now that the internet is around, it's like not even that surprising. It's so easy to meet somebody else who is also, you know, crazy. So it's like, these people, yeah, it's like, because back then, even when the internet was still around back then, but people would still wonder, like, how did these two crazies meet up, you know? But now it's like, it's completely understandable, because the internet, you can get connected to anyone, and which is like, I feel like should not have happened in the history of the world. Because, like, think about it. Let's go back to fucking, like, I need 1800 or something. Yeah, even 1800s. Can you, like, really imagine being able to contact somebody like this, and then, if you lived back then, and then being able to see a picture of whoever you want to see immediately, like we do now? That would literally sound like fucking witchcraft or some shit. It would sound fucking crazy. It would sound like, yeah. And then somebody made a really good point where it's like, you know, back then, when I say back then, just think about any time period before the internet or something, okay? So, back then, we would only hear about celebrities through like the tabloids and like the newspaper and like the magazines. and once in a while you would hear like a rumor about them, you know? But nowadays, you just go on the internet and you could see what the celebrity is doing right at that moment. We can see photos and behind the scenes of them at movie sets, like immediately now. But back then, you wouldn't really hear much about them until months later. You only hear about them in the news or something, you know? But now, we can get access to them immediately. And, you know, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but like, it's crazy. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye. By the way, I just want you guys to see what I did. I tried to make a stars on my eyes. Didn't really come out that great. Yeah, I just needed somebody to see it because I spent a lot of time on it.